You gotta love spring. Everything's new. So aren't some of the things that are gonna go into the van. Okay, you ready to see where we're at? So let's get in here, we'll get some materials to make our cabinet. Let's get this baby put together. That looks like the stuff we're going to need right there. We're going to have inch plywood. Alright, some of these. Those things will work just fine for what we need. I think this would be a good time to get Jax a new walking leash too while I'm here. What do you think? At least that one there I can see, I won't lose it. I think I'll get this one. Oh look, this is exactly what I've been looking for. Oh yeah, that'll work great for keeping the bugs out. I think I'm gonna grab one of these and I'll install this in the van. And then I'm gonna get a roll screen. I think I'm gonna make some screens for the front windows. So I can have those down and I don't have to worry about the bugs getting in. Yep, I'm gonna get one of these. Oh, I could spend all day in here and play. There's so many cool things in here. Alright, let's get all this stuff loaded up. And let's get back and let's put this cabinet together. I think that's all I need here today. Oh, gotta grab some carpenter pencils. Alright, let's get out of here and go make that cabinet. Oh, it's a beautiful day out today. Now I know some of you might be thinking, well, you know what, Dennis, it's a little bit rainy out. Well, yeah, it is. But you know what the best part about it being rainy and in the spring? Everything starts to come alive. Everything is like brand new all over again. The colors are just popping everywhere you look. So being it's like spring and everything's like brand new, today we're gonna make a brand new cabinet for the van. We're gonna make a cabinet for that truck fridge and we're gonna install that and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Now remember, don't forget your safety glasses. Now the really nice part about cutting out this cabinet for the refrigerator is that it's all rough cut and you can take and you can sand down the edges because I'm going to put carpet over top of the whole thing anyway. Okay, let's get back to putting this thing back together, man. I'm in a hurry to get it done. This is going to be so cool. I'm going to finally be able to have my refrigerator up and working in the van. Yeah, let's go. Alright, so that's it. We got our box all built. As you can see, we have the cutouts for the compressor, so that way you get plenty of air coming through the compressor so it don't overheat. So what we did is we cut these areas out right here, so that way the compressor, you can see over here, you have these areas right here on this side and on this side. And that makes it so that the compressor can breathe. Now, if you close those off, what you're going to have is you're going to have a compressor that overheats and your fridge is no longer going to work anymore. And that's a pretty expensive fridge to have go bad. All right, on the inside of the box, what we're going to do is we're going to line this with insulation. I put in a 1/2 inch poly ISO on the bottom, and then we're going to take for the size, we're going to slip in a 1/2 inch poly ISO on the side too. Now this will be really nice because this will help keep the coolness in, so that way the refrigerator will run more efficiently. In there, as you can see, just slide that in, and I've already cut it out down here so that way the air compressor can breathe. And we just continue to cut out our insulation and slide it in. I also, on the box, I cut a handle hole over here, and this makes it easier to unlatch the refrigerator and carry the box if I need to. And then we're going to install one more piece. All right, so the only thing I really have left to do for the box is I'm going to cut out a separate hole. Okay, so where the refrigerator plugs in, okay, so the plug-in on the refrigerator itself, I'm going to end up cutting out a little hole right there. So that way, if I want to, when I want to move the refrigerator, I can just unplug it from the outside and then move the whole box and move the refrigerator to wherever I'd like to move to, whether it be outside or wherever you want to move it to. We're going to cut it out right down here. And it's going to be for this plug right there. So that way I can just unplug it from the outside of the box, and then I can move the box to the fridge anywhere I want to move it to, and then replug it back in. It just makes things a little bit more convenient. I'm so excited. I get to finally get this refrigerator installed in the van. Oh, this is going to be great. And the cabinet that I'm making, I feel for me is going to work best in my van, and I'll show you where I'm going to put it. But it's also going to give me more counter space, and that's going to be exactly what I want. So let me finish cutting this wall here. I'll show you what I'm doing, and then we're going to install this cabinet and we're going to go from there. Now you got to make sure that you sand this all down. You don't want any sharp edges that are coming out of there. And the last thing you want is a split. Now that we have our hole cut out for the plug-in, now we put our insulation back in. Now we got to cut the insulation out. So I'm just going to use a knife and I'm just going to cut it out. Okay, we got the box for our fridge all built. Now we're going to put the fridge in and see how it fits and see how it works. So let's go check it out. Okay, now that we have our hole cut, all you have to do is feed your wire in through there, and now we can just plug it into our 12-volt socket. And then anytime that we want to actually unplug the fridge and move the whole box, all we have to do is just reach in here, wiggle it back and forth, and just pull it out. And now we can just take out the whole fridge and do whatever we want, or we can move the whole box with the fridge in it and move it wherever we want to put it. Now when we want to plug it back in, all we have to do is take our same cord and plug it in. And there we go, we got our truck fridge cabinet built, yeah! Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut out our insulation that we're going to put in the top of our cabinet for our refrigerator. Now I don't know if you all knew this little trick or not, but if you take your razor blade and hit your blade with a sharpening stone a couple times, it'll make it like brand new again, and then you won't have to go out and buy so many razor blades. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead. I've already traced the inside of this to fit inside of our cabinet. So now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to cut it out. Okay, there we go. We got it installed. Look at that. I finally got a cabinet for my fridge. And the reason why I chose to put it right there, I mean, I could have installed it anywhere down below here. It gives me an extra counter space right up here. So that way, if I want to put the tripod up there and do a video inside my van, or it's a great place for Jax to jump up onto, you can jump up there and then he can get in the front seat. Now this is kind of nice. Now the reason why I hinged it on this side is because you open it up and then you take and you lift your insulation out. Then you can lift up your fridge. Now the only thing that I have left to do, I'm going to carpet the outside of that so it goes with the interior a lot better. And besides that, I kind of like that carpeting. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use that carpeting like right up there. And what I'm going to do is I'll use spray adhesive and I'll spray down the box, and then I'll just go ahead and I'll put the carpet on it. And it'll look really nice, and it'll look really custom too. One cabinet made for my truck fridge refrigerator. All right, I was pretty happy to be able to bring this to you. I hope you got something out of this video. I just really wanted to show you how I was going to make my cabinet for my fridge and how I installed it in here. It was really simple. Didn't have to do anything special. No slides, no nothing. It was simple, easy breezy. So one of the biggest, most important things that you can do in your van is when you're first going to get in your van, don't build it all out. Make sure you leave room for improvement, because as you live in your van, as you put it to practical use, you're going to find that things are going to be in places that maybe they don't work out well for you. You're going to find as you start living in your van, the best places for the things that are most efficiently used for yourself. So don't be in a rush. Don't build out your van completely before you start van life. And if you do build it out, at least a little bit like I did, now I basically put in the basics. But I did leave room for improvement, and I also left room for adjustments if I need to make them. Like, for instance, for this fridge. All right, that's it. That's all I got for you today. It's been really a great time hanging out with you. I hope maybe you learned something here. If you didn't, well, hopefully I provided some form of entertainment for you. You all have truly been wonderful. I can't tell you how much I really super appreciate all your comments. It is so refreshing to hear from this community all the positive things that you all have to say. And from my heart to you, I want to tell you thank you so much for that. It means a great deal to me. Okay, we're going to end this little video right here. I don't have anything else for you. So until I see you again, later.